Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It's your boy back at it again with another video. How you all doing? So today I'm doing another Arrow video release. This was released in December last year, and I don't know, the plot summary and the title alone and the visuals of the cover kind of intrigued me. So I thought, why not have an excuse to do a video, because the content on the channel has been a bit dry recently, has it not? I'm not expecting this video to do massively well, because it seems like a very low budget attempt, and I'm pretty sure this is it's the directors Cody Kennedy and Tim Rufford's debut feature, and that is The Last Videostore. And on the back it says, a love letter to rental stores and B-movie treasures that line their walls. The Last Videostore is a genre-loving blast of pure joy, a real treasure trove for the genre fans, both new and old. And that was from Cat Hughes of THN, whatever that is. I don't know if that is that was THX. Maybe it's I don't know. If anyone can let me know what the THN is in the comments below, that would be much appreciated. But there you go. There is the cover. It just kind of looks very, very interesting. So I kind of wanted to give it a go. So this is a limited edition. So it is a high definition Blu-ray presentation. Original DTS HD MA 5.1 and 2.0 audio options. Optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. There's a new audio commentary from film critic Matt Dontio and Megan Navarro. We'll go with Navarro. It seems like Navarro. If I have butchered those names, I do apologise. Someone will correct me in the comments below. The Videocon Unleashed, a new visual essay by film critic Heather Wixon and co-author of In the Search of Darkness. Nostalgia Fuel, a new visual essay by film critic Matron Pedler. So then this also comes with all of their original short films, apart from ABCs of Death 2, which was a big anthology film with loads of directors. So those include Twas the Night of the Tree Beast, which came out in 2012. You've got M is for Magnetic Tape, that came out in 2013. The Last Videostore, which is the original short, which the feature grew from. The Videostore Commercial, a 2019 short. Clips of their first attempt feature version, behind the scenes, preview shots ×3, trailers, image gallery, an illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writings from film critics Anton Bittet and Alexandria West. Reversible sleeve featuring newly commissioned artwork by John Pearson. Double-sided fold-out poster featuring newly commissioned artwork by John Pearson again. The feature runtime is 79 minutes. The aspect ratio is 1.78.1. I've told you about the audio, and is rated 15. Contains strong bloody violence and language. So there you go. I do quite like these low-end budget horror movies. Like, what was the last of, well, these low-budget movies that Arrow gives an attempt. Like, last time I took a blind buy on one of these was Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway, and that film was absolutely bonkers. And I quite like the idea of having all their shorts on here, which I will be watching all of their shorts as well. I will and let you know what I think of those as well in this review, because I don't know, I'm kind of bored at the moment and I wanted to put some more content on the channel. So we'll get to this protective shite off, hopefully without damaging the slip cover, because I quite like this slip cover. It's quite interesting. I don't know why I'm getting such a H.P. Lovecraft, like Brian Usner feel from this. So there you go. There's a better look at the cover. Quite like that. And there's the back there for you. So we will take the slipcase off. Obviously there it is again. Very nice. So all the MacGuffin inside. What is the film that we are? It is Incubus again. There you go. So we will show you the disc. Ooh, there's the. Oh, get your fucking hand out of the way. That'd be really good. There you go. Jason Voorhees knockoff. We shall see. Well, it's got the hockey mask and That is an ice skate by the looks of it. Yeah. So obviously it's rated 15, region B locked. This disc, I'm not too sure if it came out in the States. Probably look on Arrow videos. When I go watch the film, I'll go have a look and see if it was released in the States as well. I quite like this reversible cover, to be fair. I don't know why. I like this. I quite like that, actually. There you go. There's a claw. Breaking out some tape. I really like that. It's quite cool. I like the color, that Mandy color out of space color scheme. You know, very nice. Yeah, and there's the spine for you. Very nice. We'll get the poster out. Will it be? I'm assuming it's going to be both of these versions. Yep, that is. So there's the front cover that we saw, the original, like the newly commissioned artwork. I'm trying to get it so the light isn't on it, but you've already just seen that. But it's just expanded versions of both of those artworks on the Blu-ray case, Blu-ray sleeve. I don't know what the correct terminology is. I am quite tired. Ugh, struggling. Put a poster away, people. There we go. All sorted. So there is the front of the booklet. It's not a very thick booklet. That does look quite funny, to be fair. Look at that. There you go. And there's the last on the front there. Very nice. Cast and crew. So the name of the 2 essays is Be Kind, Rewind, Primal Scenes, and Patriarchic Night Nostalgia? I don't know. My dyslexia is kicking my ass. And Northern Nightmares. So the top one was by Anton and the second one was by Alexandra. So about the presentation, I can't imagine there'll be that much on it. So there you go. That's what the booklet looks like. That's not too hard on the eyes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. There you go. It's a very small booklet. So very, very small about the presentation, but I might as well read it. The last video store is presented in, I've already told you, the 1.78.1 aspect ratio with 5.1 and 2.0 audio. The feature master was available by Bluefinch, and that is very little to talk about this. So yeah, I'm very excited to have a look at this. So I've shown you all the physical content. I'm going to go watch the film, and I will let you know about how I feel about the film and all the shorts as well. So stay right there. So I am back from watching the last video store, and I watched all the short films, like I said I was going to get an idea of what the work is that these 2 directors and writers have done before. So I'll talk about the main feature first. So the plot summary is this young girl goes to this very last video store. It's a very dingy sort of place to return these tapes that her dad had watched, and he is mysteriously now out of the picture. I'm not going to spoil too much. And because she doesn't watch videotapes because she's much younger, because her dad was quite older, and this bloke who runs it is quite older as well, probably say late 40s, maybe early 50s. And he's just talking about all these low-end B movies and stuff like that, these straight-to-video sort of stuff. And yeah, she has this tape, which is like, do you know what this film is? He puts it in the VCR because he had to rewind all these stuff because her dad didn't rewind the tapes. And it basically is this demonic tape which starts bringing these characters from these films and stuff like that, and they've got to work out how they're going to survive. Yeah, it's quite an interesting premise, to be fair. It's quite fun. This movie itself is it loves the B movie sort of straight to video aesthetic and stuff like that. It has that low budget charm to it. It's shot very well. It's directed very well. Like, there are some scenes where I think like, oh, this actually looks really good, and there's some nice music in there and stuff like that. But then there's some really cheesy, hammy, low budget stuff in there as well, which is kind of what you want from a movie like this, I would say. I was pleasantly surprised of how much I enjoyed it. There was maybe a few bits here and there where I thought it was dragging just a little bit, but overall, I did really enjoy it. It had me laughing. It had me being like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, it was very entertaining. I can't lie to you about that. It's a very small cast. It's literally the dad, the young girl, the movie rental guy, and then a few of the characters from outside inside of the films and stuff like that. So it's a very small cast. I'm pretty sure people double up as different things. Some very bad CGI in there, I will admit, but then that kind of adds to the charm because that's what it's going for. So like, which I think it is done purposely well. It's yeah, and there's some great like I said when I told you about like it contains strong bloody violence. There is some great practical effects in this as well. For you can tell that's where the budget is going, and these guys do a really good job with it, and you see that a lot more in their earlier work in the short films as well, which I'll talk about in a second. Yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised with the movie itself, and after watching this whole release, I'm actually quite excited to see what comes from these two directors. I can't lie to you, from what was it, Toby and Cody and Tim. I'm quite excited to see what comes from them next. I'm going to start following them on social media and seeing what's going to come next for these guys. The overall transfer looked like there were some bits, like it looked really good, to be fair. It was shot on these nicer digital cameras. There was some nice lighting in there as well. Like there's some points where you think to you that's probably a bit like it's not amazing, but overall I thought it was quite good. I think my one gripe with the movie was there was some points where the audio, like the speaking audio of what the characters were saying, was drowned out by either music or sound effects and stuff like that, and it was really hard to read, and also no, hard to listen to. What I mean by reading is there's a scrolling text at the beginning of the film, and it's the effects that they've done for it is very hard to. I know it's like older tech, but it's also quite hard to read. I can't lie to you. I tried to put my glasses on, and I still was really fucking struggling with it, which is a shame. But no, overall, I think this was quite an enjoyable hit. Not like a 5 out of 5 movie, but you're still going to get a lot of entertainment out of this movie, I would say, personally. If you're someone who sort of takes my recommendations on horror movies and B movies quite well, then I would say, yeah, give this a go. Give this a go. This is quite a good release. The short films I quite enjoyed as well. Their earliest start, it gets better as it goes along. Like I wasn't a massive fan of "'Twas the Night of the Tree Beast." It was very just sort of like it's a Christmas fit, like a Christmas horror film where one guy loves Christmas and the other doesn't, and then the tree becomes a monster. Again, some cool practical effects in it. I will say that really good practical effects in all of them. But I was I was like, yeah, it's just sort of middle of the road for me, and I kind of had that same sort of feeling with what's the next one? What was the next one? Was it M's for Magnetic Tape? Yeah, M is for this Magnetic Tape, where it's like a crime boss who's like wants to get money, and then he takes he becomes a videotape, and then then he becomes a monster and fights them all off. It's funny, but again, it felt a bit middle of the road for me personally. But it's cool to see them. It's cool that they're included with the release, so you can get a feel of the progression. It's quite funny because basically all of these films, these 4 short films and the feature, are all set in this one location. So they're really getting their money's worth out of this location, whether it's someone's room or it's an actual fucking like someone's basement or something like that they've converted into like a TV, like a movie store kind of set, like Angry Video Game Nerd, like how he converted his basement into one of those old looking TV like rental shops. I will say the set design is fantastic on all of these, but the short film with the same title, The Last Videostore, was really good. That was made. What was it made? That was also made in 2013, and it was still cheesy. It was still B movie-esque, but it was a lot fun because it was only 10 minutes. It was a lot funnier. Like I think because they were going for a more comedic one, where this one has a bit more seriousness to it, but it has the comedian. Whereas that one didn't have any really serious tone to it. It was really funny. It was really like snappy. It's basically the video store clerk gets a package, and it's a tape from a company that wants to turn things digital, and it turns the VHS TV into like a monster and just like tries to destroy the shop. It's really funny. I really enjoy it. Again, some really good practical effects in that as well. And the 2019 short, which is the video store commercial, is really good as well. It's they're shooting an advert for a video rental shop, and yeah, basically a demon comes out and some wacky hijinks into it. That's only 3 minutes. If you can find any of these on YouTube, I would recommend giving them a watch, or pick up this release, because it's good to support independent artists and people trying to make a name for himself. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this release personally. I'm glad that I picked this up in the end, because yeah, it was actually quite enjoyable. This is a sort of film like who I know I've got a few mates who love like cheesy horror and stuff like that. I would like to show them this film, the short films. But yeah, it was quite a fun little release. It was quite a fun little release. Maybe wait for it to, if you're not interested in spending the almost 18 quid for a brand new copy. I'm assuming that it'll be in not probably. I wouldn't imagine the next Easter sale or the next Arrow sale. I'd probably say either the one after that, or the one that's normally at the end of the year. But that being said, guys, that is my review of the last video store. Have you picked up this release? Are you going to pick up this release? Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this movie? I'm quite imagining that probably a large majority of people won't have seen this movie yet, but I would highly recommend giving it a go. But yeah, let me say, guys, love you lots. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great afternoon. Actually, it's evening now. What am I talking about? Bush.